Ruben, congratulations. What pleased you most about tonight?
I think the result is really good, but we have to understand the result also. At the same time, we struggle a lot in the beginning, and then the goal from Casemiro and the send-off changed the game. But that is a good thing. With a little bit luck, but we managed to keep us in the game, and then any game can change with one situation. I think we had opportunities to score one more. This is not done. They can do the same thing in Old Trafford because they are really strong, they are really intense, and one send-off can happen in our stadium, so we need to be prepared.
Do you feel your senior players like Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, Harry Maguire, the experience they're bringing you is pulling you through these ties?
I think it's a good point. You can feel it that, especially in the beginning, even players like Ugarte with a lot of experience, he was a little bit nervous. Patrick is a little bit nervous. So he's a semi-final, of course. It's not Champions League, but it's European competition. So these kind of players like Casemiro, Harry, Bruno Fernandes help a lot.
It's going to get mentioned to you, so I might as well start. Harry Maguire tonight on the right wing, providing wherever you put him at the minute, he provides you a solution.
Yeah, he's a good winger. Sometimes there are moments in our life, and Harry had difficult moments, and everything he did was I don't want to say wrong, but is that word wrong? And now everything he does is good for the team, so he has to enjoy.
Look, I know you just said this is not done, so is that the mentality that you have to take whilst still being confident of being 3-0 up?
Of course, we need to. Of course, we are in the advantage. We have our fans, but again, this could change. Anything can happen in one game. Of course, we are confident, but we need to be really careful with our plays against Brentford. Because you can feel it. Mazraoui is dead, Patrick is tired, so we have to manage the players.
Ruben, thank you.
Saying that, anything in football can happen. The same thing that happened tonight can happen next week at Old Trafford, but the other way round. But surely, Paul, barring some kind of disaster next week, Manchester United will be back there in 3 weeks' time for the final.
Look, yeah, they should be, and you'd be very confident of that. I mean, I think he spoke well there. He said he was really happy with the result, but he understands the result as well. They had a couple of great chances at 0-0. The sending off obviously was a big factor in the game, but going to a place like Bilbao, we all said before the game how tough that place is to go, and they struggled first 20 minutes. It was difficult for them. He said Ugarte gave the ball away a couple of times, Dorgu the same as well. But you just think at 3-0 it should be over, but it's United these days. We don't really know what we're going to get, and they have been beaten at home 3-0 by a couple of teams this year, I think. So, look, you always go into it saying it's not over, but really, us from here watching, it should be over, and I think it is.
How sure is that result for you, Karen?
I just want them to get through the first 20 minutes next week. Once they get through that, then I'll be happy. Because, like you said, Paul, the first 20 minutes of today's game, they have some quality. But I thought the experience, it was a classy performance from Manchester United today. But you have to have the manager's mentality of it is only half time. Because if you go in there a bit too arrogant, a bit too cocky at times, you can get found out. And these are the early chances that they'll have to be mindful of. But fingers crossed in front of Old Trafford, fingers crossed some players are rested. You'd think they can ride this storm again like they have done today. But there's certainly threats.
Yeah, look, these are two great chances. You'd expect Williams to score there, and even the second one as well. I'm not sure what Euros do. Euros has to get out much quicker to Williams, and the lad should probably score here again. I know people may give Lindelof a little bit of credit for clearing off the line, but he does go straight to him. He's got a big area to aim at, and it should have been two. But look at Old Trafford. We saw what we saw 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? So you'd expect them to have enough to handle that first 20 minutes, as Karen said.
You guys are being cautious-ish. Here's a line of confidence for any Manchester United fans that just need a little bit more. 133 teams have scored 3 or more goals in the first leg of a game, and all 133 have gone on to qualify. That'll do.
It's done.
Captain now, Bruno Fernandes, who got 2 goals on the night, is pitchside right now with Becky Ives and Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jules. It's emptied out in here. It's a lot quieter than what it was when we were playing out there because it was loud tonight, Bruno. But 3-0 away from home. When you thought about this game tonight, was that scoreline sort of ever on the radar?
No, you can never predict a scoreline like that, obviously. A very tough team, as you said. The atmosphere was unbelievable, crazy. Never thought. I knew that they were very passionate by the club and everything, but never thought it was like this. It was very good, but I love these atmospheres. I love to play in this kind of stadiums. It's very good, and obviously, as you said, the result for us is unbelievable. We could in the first half get that result, and then in the second half control the game, which I think we should push a little bit more into that second half, be a little bit quick on the ball to go forward. But we control the game, and that is good.
Your manager said to Becky earlier in the interview that he felt in the first 20 minutes a few nerves in the team. You as the leader and captain in this team, do you take responsibility in those moments, and how do you kind of calm the nerves of your teammates?
I do think we were expecting that. You know, we knew that. We've been saying that all week. That the 3-4 days that we had to prepare the game, we said that, and even before the game, guys, the atmosphere is going to be bouncing. The guys are going to come to press us. They're going to try in the first 15-20 minutes. We just have to try to play on the ball to calm them down. When the ball goes out, we go a little bit slow, just like make the game a little bit slower for us in the first 15 minutes, and then it will come to us. Obviously, then we get the goal, we get the penalty, red card, and from there on we could score the third goal so quick. Then for us was brilliant to then just stay on the ball, and knew that they won't press as much as we preferred, because I think if they press we could play through them. And as I said, we were a little bit slow on the ball, just like waiting for them to step up. But they wanted to keep this result like this to try to come back in the next game, and we need to be very aware of that.
Bruno, you've got ice in your veins. You are the calmest man under pressure in any moment, it would seem. I know Ree's done the maths on this one more than me, haven't you, with the number of sort of goals and involvements that
37, I think. I know you must know. 37 goal involvements this season. Like, it's crazy. You're on the route to like 20 and 20 almost. 19.
I knew I was
goals.
Around the 30s. I didn't know exactly how many it was, but obviously I want to score, I want to assist, because it's a big part of my game, and I need to take that responsibility, because I know since I came to the club, and even before, the club bought me because I scored 32 goals in one season. They knew that I could create, I could score, and I just need to keep delivering, because if you want to be at the highest level, you need to be consistently delivering.
Not everyone has the broad shoulders to take that responsibility on. Is that something you've always had as a kid growing up, or is that something you developed and grown into here at Man United? I know you scored goals when you were at Sporting, but as a leader.
No, obviously you need to grow. You need to understand where you are, the place you play for, the club you play for, and everything gets bigger. Obviously, Sporting is a massive club, but United is a global club. You know, like you say, it's unbelievable the attention we get, the pressure we get, and everything. But it's football. It's what we love to do. To be honest, obviously, I feel the pressure. Even every penalty,
I'm jealous.
I feel the pressure, and I think that's the good thing of football, and I think is what we have to enjoy, because when I finish my career, that pressure will go away, and I will be much more relaxed. And this is what I say to every time the manager and the physio, like, I need to relax, you need to rest. I say, like, now when I die, we'll have a lot of time to lay down and rest myself.
How much banter is there in the dressing room right now towards Harry Maguire being on the right wing there?
No.
Harrydinho is what he's currently being called all over social media.
Crazy.
I said that straight away. What a winger! I don't think he even thought that he had that in his locker. No one was expecting that. I think even the opposition was not expecting that to come. Obviously, we're very happy. Harry is a much more confident man now. You know, like things are coming through, and when he's playing, when you get the games, he's also getting goals. He's defending very well. His position is becoming more and more strong. He's a very good leader. So it's a good thing for him, and we hope it just keeps improving, because at this club you need to keep improving all the time. You can't just stop.
So we'll be seeing you here in a few weeks, yeah?
I hope so. That's the
Finish
goal.
the job.
That's the goal, and that's what I said. We want our fans to travel twice to Bilbao, and ourselves too.
Good.
All right.
Look forward to it.
People are shouting in the stands here, aren't they? The ones that are still here. But Bruno, we're going to let you go. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Take care. Well done, man. Good luck.
Thank you very much, guys. A great interview there with Bruno Fernandes. Do you know what? I actually love hearing that he enjoys that pressure. Do you?
Yeah, that's what you're at Manchester United. It's going to happen. He's been the one player who's been there for the full season. You know what I mean? There's only
I wish we kept the microphone up for this bit. I want to hear what he's saying there.
Yeah, but nice one. Yeah, look, he's been brilliant throughout. He's had his criticism, of course, especially as a leader at times as well. But he stepped up at this season when the team's been really struggling at times, and he's always the one who's there with a goal or an assist or something to affect the game either way.
It's all set up for an all-English final now, Karen, surely.
I hope so.
3-1 lead for Spurs, 3-0 for Manchester United.
We couldn't ask for a better evening, really, for all the English clubs. So, yeah, special, and hope we can see them both there. It would be a great final.
Will Man United be there?
Easy.
Easy?
No problem.
No problem. I don't want any nerves next week, then, when we're pitchside at Old Trafford.
Unless they get the first.
Unless they get the
And
first. That's what I thought you might say. Let's go back over the Manchester United goals then, because they all came in the first half. Man United weathered the storm, but then Casemiro with this opener. And we heard from Harry Maguire there, Harry Dino, playing on the right wing in the build-up to this ball.
Yeah, bit of quick feet out on the sides, another position he looks like he can play. But as the manager said, everything seems to be working for him. He had a really tough spell some time ago, and committing bodies forward, it's not something we've seen an awful lot. It's the Europa League for some reason. The shackles seem to come off, and as I say, there's two centre-halves in the box. I think it's Yoro Lindelof, the two older midfield players in the box. One of them comes off Ugarte, then Casemiro finishes it off, and Casemiro over the both legs, in the Europa League, especially the last couple of games, has been a real... He's got his form back. He's been a threat at either end of the pitch, at the right end of the pitch, and he's doing his job in midfield as well. I still think he was a little bit sloppy at time at the second half. When you've got that experience, you should not be giving Bilbao a kick of the ball, but no, he's been good and got that goal.
I'm not sure about Scott Saunders' comment there, a bit of sarcasm there, but, you know, amazing performance again from Harry Maguire and just delivering, and we heard high praise from Ruben Amorim for him as well. The character he's had to show to come back from really difficult moments in a United shirt to be the player he is now.
Yeah, I mean, his journey's not been easy, and he's just got on with it. And you have to give him massive credit for that. Last week you mentioned it, up there centre forward, getting the goal to, not last week but 2 weeks ago against Lyon, getting them through, and then tonight stepping up with the goods and leadership. And okay, he went off a little bit earlier, but that's good from the manager, manage him. So I'm thrilled, because you want players like that to show and come through and shine, and he has. And like the manager said, he's got to enjoy this moment.
Ruben Amorim said the sending off changed the game. That's fairly obvious. The penalty incident as well. Do you think both of these ultimately ended in the right decisions, Paul?
Yeah, I think so. There was a slight chance of handball from Garnacho that they obviously got cleared as well. But yeah, look, it's a definite penalty. I think he does. There is enough contact from him. And once you get the foul, obviously it's a penalty, and it's a red card. I think we're seeing Harry Maguire at this point now. So if it's a foul, it's a red card, and it is. And look, that was game over from them. Obviously got the third goal after that as well from a brilliant Bruno Fernandes finish, who has been stepped up, delivered with the goods again. And look, it's 3-0 away from home at Bilbao. What a result! You have to enjoy that sometimes, and like I say, you've got to say all the right things. We think it's, we've got to be careful, but I didn't really see loads from Bilbao. Anyway, they had them two chances, but I didn't see a lot from them with 11 men that was overly worrying for me.
2-0 would have been a good away result, but the third goal from Bruno Fernandes, again, just before the half-time whistle, and really good work from Ugarte in the build-up as well, Karen.
Yeah, and Casemiro's played that pass through to break through the lines. Okay, I mentioned it earlier, you get your little bit of luck when you win your 50-50 battles, but as soon as it goes through to Bruno, we already know it's in the back of the net before he's hit it because of the form he's in, but nice little flick round the corner, as you mentioned, from Ugarte. Good strength from Højlund to win that 50-50, nice little flick, and that's it, done and dusted, bang. And you mentioned about the penalty decision. I was so surprised at how much Athletic lost their heads in today's game, and Man United recognised it, turned the screw and took momentum and took advantage on that. And it's a brilliant performance, brilliant result, and you couldn't ask for any more, Jules.
2 goals in 7 minutes there from Bruno Fernandes in that first half, and when they came into the second half, Paul, was it just about controlling it, seeing it out at that point? Would you have liked to see them maybe get another goal? I
think if they'd kept the ball better, I think another goal would have come eventually. I think Bilbao would have just been tired, would have had nowhere to go. But 3-0, look, it didn't matter at half-time. The one thing they didn't want was concede a goal, and that never looked like it was going to happen. So I think keep the ball out there, don't give them a sniff of it. 3-0 should be enough. Come on, 4 and 5, great, perfect, yeah, you're still going to go through, but 3-0 away from home. Just keep the ball away from them, don't give them a sniff, don't give them a kick of the football.